Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing what I consider the most important pistol drill that you can do. Okay. Now on this channel I've uploaded some 300-400 videos where I do a lot of like advanced tactical stuff, like I'm shooting an AR-15 from on the ground in a fetal position. There's another video where I'm shooting from behind the wheel axle of a truck. There's another video where I'm simulating shooting from the inside the cab of a truck. But here's the thing, those things are fun, but there's a very low chance that at this point in my life, I would ever be in a combat zone and have to do any of those things. I do those drills because they're fun, okay? And the people that I train, to do those drills, I basically do it because it's fun for them, okay? But there's two skills in particular that are the most important, and there's a high probability that we would have to use it on any given day to protect ourselves or somebody else, okay? Now the first skill is simply coming out of the holster safely, drawing, firing, finding out iron sights, shooting, doing our scan and assess, getting back into the holster, okay? That's the most important basic thing that you need to be able to do. And here's the thing, all the other stuff that we might have to do, with a pistol, all of it involves coming out of the holster, going back into the holster, okay? So by doing all that other fun stuff, we're reinforcing the most important thing, okay, that we're most likely to do. And very important, when we come out of the holster, we make sure our fingers off the trigger, we join, we punch out, okay? When we punch out, we want to make sure that the muzzle is pointed straight, the gun's not up or down, so this way when we punch out, we're ready to shoot if we need to shoot at close distance, okay? We punch out, we find our iron sights, bang, bang, we do our scan and assess, okay? The scan and assess is important not just for finding other threats, but it breaks tunnel vision, okay? So if you ever do shoot somebody, you're not sitting there going, you want to practice the scan and assess, because basically you're ingraining it into your mind. You're basically kickstarting your brain that if you ever shoot somebody, okay, now you have to start thinking about other things such as calling 911, reholstering the gun. Very important, you gotta reholster that gun, because you don't want people coming on the scene, police or otherwise, maybe other concealed carriers, seeing you standing over somebody with a gun, thinking that now you're the bad guy and now you get shot. So as soon as the situation is safe and you no longer need to use the gun, you have to reholster it and cover it up, okay? Especially in the type of situation where shots have been fired, okay? So that's just as important for keeping you alive as stopping the threat. You have to reholster that gun, okay? In today's society, basically, police are basically trained to shoot the guy with the gun, okay? So when they come on the scene, you got a gun, you're probably gonna get shot. So that gun has to go back into the holster. So we have to drill this, and we have to break that tunnel vision, and we're gonna use the scan and assess to break that tunnel vision, okay? So the cool thing is that this is something that's so important that in all other pistol exercises that we do, we're gonna reinforce it, okay? Also very important, when you come out of holster, fingers gotta be straight off the trigger. You don't put it on the trigger until you find your iron sights and you're ready to shoot. I'm a firm believer that the reason why police shoot so many unarmed people is when they come out of the holster, their fingers already on the trigger or on its way to the trigger as they're drawing. And what happens is that they shoot without intending to shoot because the finger's on the trigger. And then basically after they involuntarily shoot, right, because they have a muscle spasm, okay, now they got to cover themselves up, so they say, oh, I felt my life was in danger. So I think that's a bullshit line to cover up for the fact that they made a mistake of drawing with the finger on the trigger instead of straight, okay? So that's also very important. We have to practice drawing with the finger off the trigger, okay? All right, so that said, that's the most important thing that we got to practice, but now there's a second thing that we're going to practice. And the cool thing is, in this exercise that I'm about to do, I'm going to combine these two things together, both the drawing and reholstering with the shooting. So the second most important thing that's likely to happen is when we come out of holster to shoot, the first threat is usually going to be really close, and we're usually going to have to point shoot it. Right? Somebody's going to be between 3 and 5 feet away, You're not going to line up your sights. You don't have time to find your iron sights. You're going to draw the gun, through practice, because we're always, holding the gun straight and punching straight out. The gun's always going to be straight. So within 3 to 5 feet, we will always hit that target without needing to use the iron sights. But here's the hard part. Okay, after we shoot the immediate threat in that 3 to 5 feet, okay, and we do our scan and assess, we see another threat down there, maybe 20 feet away, right? We need to use our iron sights in order to hit that target. We cannot point shoot that. So the most difficult thing that I find is that when people point shoot one target and they quickly transition to another target, they forget to get to their iron sights. They will want to point shoot the second target that is now 15, 20 feet away, and they are incapable of point shooting something that is that far away. So what this drill does is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be moving. I got 3 targets here. 1, 2, 3. It ranges in a triangle. And I'm going to be moving between these 3 targets. And I'm going to basically initially shoot one target that's at point shooting distance, and then transition to another target that is at iron sight distance. And I'm going to practice, transitioning from point shooting to iron shooting. Okay. So between these 2 drills, between these 2 exercises that are combined into one drill, rather, this is the most important thing that you are most likely to ever have to do with a handgun in self-defense. Okay, so let's start the drill. Okay, so I point shot that really fast, no iron sights. Transition to the other target. Took that second to line up those iron sights and take that shot. Okay guys, so I think that gives you an idea of this exercise. Move around between 3 targets, point shoot the first target at a close distance, then switch to another target that's further away that you have to use your iron sights in order to hit. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, share it. If you're not a member, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.